I'm back. Okay, so I'm kind of irritated right now. I'm very confused about this retainer replacement thing. We've never had to do it before, and my older son still has his retainer. I never had to replace his. So anyway, so I called to say, okay, do I just bring in the little molds, you know? Does my son need to come with me? She said, oh no, don't worry about it. You just have to drop them off. And I said, okay. And then she said, okay, so what would you, you know, I have an appointment at 9:30. Would you like to come in? And that confused me. I thought, why do I need an appointment if I'm just leaving the molds with you? Because you said, because I asked, do I need to bring anything else? She said, no, just the molds. Do I need my son there? No. Okay, so let me put you down for an appointment. And I'm like, an appointment for what? I mean, what do I need an appointment for if I'm just dropping them off? So, but she said, well, I want to go ahead and make an appointment for you to drop them off. I'm like, whatever, fine, 9:30. Okay, so I get there, and the lady I talked to took the molds and asked me a couple of questions that I didn't really understand. And she said, do we use a thicker material for his retainers? And I said, I don't know. I wasn't aware that there were different thicknesses of retainer material. I thought they were all the same. She said, well, if nobody talked to you about it, then we don't. I said, okay, well, I guess we don't then. So then she goes, well, the retainers, the replacement retainers will be ready in about 15 minutes. And I thought, well, shit. Because then she said, we'll need you to bring your son back when you come pick him up so he can try them on, and we'll see if anything needs to be trimmed, or, you know, see if anything needs to be done, if he needs x-rays, if his teeth have moved much. I'm at Biscuitville right now. The line's wrapped around the building, so I have time to talk. Everybody's at Biscuitville. Wow. The line is literally wrapped around the building. So, so I'm thinking, well, crap. Okay, so I'm going to have to bring him back in so you can see how it fits. If they're going to be ready in 15 minutes, with all due respect, I could have brought him with me, and we could have just waited the 15 minutes, and we could have done that right now. So I was a little miffed about that. Like, if I didn't realize they'd be ready in 15 minutes. Maybe she wasn't either. Maybe when I just talked to her a minute ago, I don't know. But there was nobody else there. So she said, well, can you come back later today? And I said, well, I don't have my car right now, and things are kind of up in the air. I'm driving my son's car. He may have to go to work. I don't know when my car is going to be ready, so I can't really say whether I can get here or not. I don't know. So it just kind of irritated me, like, well, if they're going to be ready in 15 minutes, damn it, I could have brought him with me, and we could have just waited, and he could have just tried them on then, and we wouldn't have to come back. So I'm just kind of irritated, like, why didn't you tell me it was only going to take 15 minutes? I thought it was the kind of thing where I'd have to come back, like, the next day or something. Shoot. So, a little irritated, but I have to say my experience with this orthodontist has been wonderful. They are awesome. They're great. They've been so good with both of my kids, and I really don't have any complaints. This is just a minor nuisance, I guess. So I guess I'm going to have to work out. I told her, I went ahead and made an appointment for tomorrow morning to bring him up here and, you know, just see how they fit. So kind of irritated, but... And then I think, and it's still telling me my key battery is low. Because I have both key fobs in here. I have the one that he uses, and I have the spare, and it's saying they're both low. And I'm thinking I don't have any batteries at the house. I'm going to have to run out and get some key fob, the little watch batteries that it takes. Are you going, or... I have to wait. I have to leave room for them to get out. So, what do we have? You know, they do catering at Biscuitville. And when I used to work in a law firm, this law firm where I worked for 18 years, every year for our Christmas, we would do, there was like, the firm would have like a big holiday party thing. But then the floor that you worked on, there were 4 floors in this building that were the firm I worked for. And each floor would pick a day, and everybody would bring in all kinds of goodies, you know, and we would set up in one of the conference rooms and have we called it grazing day. You just go in there and eat and just graze on the yummies all day long. There'd be cookies and cake and Oh my gosh, this one lady, she would bring in 2 big crock pots full of these meatballs. You know, it's like the meatballs that you make with grape jelly. I know it sounds nasty, but if you ever try it, holy cow, it's actually really good. You put grape jelly. Honey, I moved. I don't know what you're upset about. You can go. Come on, we'll have gridlock if you don't go. Where are you trying to go? I think she's trying to go around me. I don't know what we're doing. Come on, get out of the way so we can get the line moving. Thank you. Oh, she was waiting for a car. I get stressed out in these drive-thrus. I'm always afraid I'm going to be in somebody's way. I get stressed. Anyway, I don't know. If I'm in anybody's way, they can just go around me. I'm moving. Hold on. So anyway, every year for grazing day, there was an attorney on the floor, and she would chip in with me, and we'd go in halves on some mini biscuits. I would get a dozen mini biscuits in sausage, and I'd get a dozen with country ham or something like that. Little bitty biscuits. They're like the Biscuitville biscuits, but small, and you get a whole box. You get like a dozen. So usually I would do like 2 dozen, and then I might get what else? Oh, they did sausage balls. They make these little sausage balls, and I would get some of those. They're so good. Oh, they're so yummy. And so we would split that, and that would be our contribution to grazing day. And on grazing day, I would just I would order it several days in advance and then go pick it up that morning and bring them into work. And I miss doing that. They also have a chicken and waffle platter here, which I've never tried. I'm not a big chicken and waffles person. There are a lot of places around here that do them really well, but it's just not my thing. I don't know. I'm not a big waffle person anyway. So, but yeah, there are several restaurants around here that do it. But what am I going to get? My son always wants the same thing. He wants fried chicken biscuit combo with Pepsi and a hash brown. Usually that's what I get, but I really want a country ham biscuit, and I don't really want the Pepsi and stuff. I really just want the biscuit. I think I'll just get that. Now, when I say biscuit, if you're from England or something, you may think I'm talking about a cookie. I'm not talking about a cookie. A biscuit is kind of like a scone, but it's not sweet. It shouldn't be sweet. If your biscuit is sweet, something's wrong with it. Sounds like a euphemism. You might need some antibiotics for that shit. No, it should not be sweet. I just want a country ham biscuit. I haven't had one in so long. Oh, they're hiring. Apply at Biscuitville.com. I could get me a job here. I don't know if I could handle having to be at work at 5:30 in the morning, though. I think they open at 5:30, so you'd have to be here earlier than that. We're making our way around the building. Slowly but surely. Better have my money out. Ooh, that sun's bright. God. So I need to get batteries for key fobs. I'm going to have to go buy some batteries because I know I have a few spare batteries at home. I don't have enough for 3 damn key fobs. I know that. And I'm not sure if it's the 2032 battery or the 2025. It's always the one I don't have. I can have, if it's 2032, I'll have a bunch of 2025s that just sort of appear in the junk drawer, like Gremlins put them there or something. Or if I need 20, whatever, I'll have the one I don't need. And then I'll go to several stores and I won't be able to find them. I was just thinking there's a Walmart not far from here, but I don't want my food to get cold. I want to be, yeah, I'll take the food home. I'm running all the gas out of my son's car. This thing gets like 500 miles per gallon. I'm not worried about it. It's basically a hamster on a wheel that runs this car. It's just such a small car. I actually like it though. I like this little car. If I had to pick another car, I would consider one like this. It's not as big as mine, but it actually has more trunk space than my car has. You could put like 5 people in that trunk comfortably. Oh, there's a sign on the door that says drive-through only, short staff. Well, they need to hire taller people then. I'm kidding. It says they got short staff. It's a joke, I'm sorry. They're short staffed. Well, now I feel like I need to apply. Like, I want to help them. They need my help. I could make biscuits and for a living. I could just stop the whole paralegal game and just come here and make some biscuits. Oh, there's a man walking up to the door. He thinks he's going to beat the drive-thru. That's why the line is so long, because you can't go inside. Normally, I actually do go inside at this one. Yeah, he saw the sign on the door. So, the car is still telling me it's cold outside. I mean, it's up to 38. I mean, how much longer are you going to tell me it's cold outside? Shoot. Are you ready for Christmas? If you do Christmas, you do the Christmas thing. I had one of my best friends in middle school, all up through high school. Her parents were Jehovah's Witnesses, and so they don't do Christmas. And there was this kid, and I wish I could go back in time, because I would have handled it very differently. He was a preacher's son, and he was a jerk. He was just a jerk. He was in our homeroom one year, and he made fun of her because her family doesn't celebrate Christmas. He would make jokes in front of everybody, and he would laugh at her and say things about her being a Jehovah's Witness. And I wish I could go back, because I wouldn't beat him up or anything, but I would verbally just lay that son of a bitch out. I mean, you're disgusting. I don't know why he thought it was so funny, but that year, you know, leading up to Christmas, he would just pick on her mercilessly every day. And she never said anything. She tried to just ignore it, like, I am not going to get into it with him. I'm just going to ignore him. Asshole. I didn't have the courage or the confidence back then to really stand up to anybody. I was just a doormat, and that carried on into my adult years too. I didn't have the confidence to really stick up for myself or anybody else, but inside I'd just be seething like, you asshole. If I could go back in time, I would go back and I would confront that kid. I swear, like, what is your problem? My God, every now and then at Christmas, I think about that, and I regret not standing up to him and saying something to him. And I do it in front of everybody, too. I would shame him in front of the whole class. And nobody ever said anything to him. All anybody would say is, well, he's a preacher's son. You know, he's really passionate about it. Like, no, he's just a dick. He's just a dick. I don't care what his dad does. He's a jerk. Don't care. Anyway. You can get all kinds of platters here. You can get an egg platter, the ultimate bacon platter. That sounds good. Heart attack special. I'm feeling much better than I did last night. My stomach feels better. I feel much better today. I'm not going to gorge on junk, but I want a country ham biscuit. Mary?
What can I get for you, Mary?
Can I get a number 4 combo with a Pepsi and a hash brown?
That's weird.
Can I also get a country ham biscuit?
Anything else?
I think that'll do it.
All right, it's going to be $14.05 for some. Thank you.
Thank you. $14.05. $14.05. Damn. That's painful, dude. All right. She said first window. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
1204. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful.
We said 1204. Am I about to get somebody else's food? The line is still wrapped around the building. We got cars over here. Damn. They're busy. Tell you what.
All right, there you go. You have a great day.
Thanks, you too. I don't know. It went from $14.05 to 12 something. I'm not complaining. That's better $14. I was about to say, that sounds kind of high just for a one combo and an extra biscuit. Good morning. Thank you.
Good day.
You too. Thank you. Well, lady, you're supposed to yield. You gonna stop? Because if you don't let us out, you're not moving. You do realize how circles work. Okay. She's got a little Toyota Corolla. That's about the size of the car I'm in. Oh, there's a car just like the one I'm in. Hey, we got the same car, kind of. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go home and take my son his food, and then I'm gonna check out the battery situation. I'm gonna see what kind of batteries these key fobs take. Maybe one takes a 2035 and one takes a 2032. I don't actually know. So I'm gonna open them up and see what kind of batteries they take. But yeah, I hope if you're doing Christmas, I hope you're all ready. I'm ready. Bring it on. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm ready to get this party started. Let's do Christmas. Oh shit, this lane ends. I wasn't thinking. That looks like Santa Claus waiting for the bus. There's a man back there waiting for the bus. He looks like Santa in a sweatsuit. Like he's ready to work out. Okay. Oh, the cold weather warning just went away. I guess it's not cold anymore. Thank God it told me it was cold. I wouldn't have known otherwise. Yeah. Anyway, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. I got a big package in the mail from a subscriber. I don't know what it is. I haven't opened it, but it is enormous. It is so big. Oh my gosh. This lovely lady from Washington State sent me a package, and people ask me all the time, you know, why don't you put your mailing address out there so people can send you things? Well, I did that when I first got my post office box, and I got some really inappropriate stuff in the mail, and so I decided it might be best not to make that public. A lot of people who send me stuff, I've talked to them personally to give them my email, to give them my mailing address, so at least I know who they are, and I'm pretty sure they're not psycho, and they're not going to send me really inappropriate shit in the mail. So I used to be able to contact people through Facebook, but I did away with the Facebook page because it just became more work than I could do. I couldn't keep up with it, and people were getting mad at me because they would send me messages and I didn't answer them fast enough, or I forgot to answer them. But I would get a lot of messages on there every day, 7 days a week, and I couldn't keep up with it. And people sometimes forget, you know, it's just me. I don't have anybody helping me. You know, I am a one-man band. I'm raising 2 kids by myself. I have my elderly parents, and well, I don't really do anything for my mom, but I would if she would let me. You know, I work. I don't have any more hours in the day than anybody else does, and sometimes I just can't keep up with stuff. So, unfortunately, I don't really have a way to get my mailing address out to people who are not psycho. I don't have a way to really do that. You know, I don't know. I feel bad, but I don't have a way to get it out there for people. But anyway, I do have a package, and we may be doing a video today opening that. I don't know what's in there, but we're going to find out. It is massive. She spent, bless her heart, it cost her $65 in postage just to mail it. I feel terrible. It's huge, and it was expensive to mail, but I'm very excited to see what's in there. I don't know. So we might do a video with that today, later today. And everything's kind of up in the air because I don't know when I'm going to be picking up my car. I don't know, and my son has to go to work, and I have to work around that, and like, I don't know, so I don't know. We're playing musical chairs with cars right now, so. But anyway, I'm going to head home. Thank you so much again for being here. I hope your day is good. It's cold here, but it's really sunny. It's really pretty out. It's just chilly. It is so chilly. It's warming up a little bit, but it's going to get super duper cold over the next few days. And it's not a pissing contest. I know it's colder where some of y'all are. I don't understand bragging about shitty weather, but some people do it. Yes, I know it gets colder elsewhere, but for this area, you know, when it gets down to 10 degrees at night, that's pretty cold. That's cold to us, you know. So, 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So, that's cold enough for me. I don't need it to get any colder than that. You know, I spent one winter up north of Chicago, and dear God, I don't ever want to experience that again. I don't know how anybody lives up there. Good Lord. Snowing every damn day. Freezing cold. No, thank you. No, thank you. One winter was enough for me. I don't ever want to do that again. Y'all can keep that weather. I don't want it. It is awful up there. Woo! Freeze the accent right out of your body. God, I'd walk outside just to take your breath away. It's so cold. Woo, no. I hated it. There were a lot of things I hated about living up there. That was just one of them. I don't ever want to live up there again. I was very happy to get back down here. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. And next time I see you, I will hopefully not be in this little go-kart anymore. And I'll see you again soon.